Hello, welcome back. Part 2, episode 10, Fusewrights Union. So I think, Zaid, where does Costa find you? I don't believe you were doing patrol anywhere that
No.
at least was stress related.
I
She
like
is able to find you at the base if you at like HQ if you want, but could be somewhere else if you prefer.
I want it to be as dramatic as possible, so she finds me leaving Melvier's place.
Oh, fun. Okay, cool. So I think
Let's go hang out.
exactly. We just see you we hear in the background like bye Melvier, and Melvier says bye back, and as you walk away, it's just like Costa says, "Hey Zaid." She's leaning against a wall, smoking a cigarette. Yes, quite literally.
Costa, nice to see you survive the war.
You know, I've seen you around a few times. I know you've seen me. How have you been?
I've been, as good as a vet can be.
It's good.
How was Steiner? I talked to him not too long ago.
I'm sure he talked back. I think he's good. Yeah.
Well,
Listen,
you don't write, you don't call anymore.
I mean, I'm here now.
What do you want?
Do you want to grab? I mean, they don't have coffee, but she says the equivalent of, "Do you want to grab coffee?"
Sure,
In
I know a
chat.
place. I'll take you to
Perfect
Kelly.
tea.
Kellen's. Okay,
In the middle
great.
of Scotland outrage.
All right. Yeah, she nods. You bring her to Kellen's. Some of the people there are kind of giving you. Well, no, you're not publicly with the Fusewright unions this age. Never mind.
No.
They don't know. They're like, yeah, you're a regular person. There are people there, but you're served normally. She's done smoking. She has the drink in her hand after this. She's like, I kind of wanted to check up on you, see if things were good, see how being in Duskwall was treating you after the war, all that.
You read the papers, right? Not too good, but what's a scob to do?
We don't have a lot of opportunity, that's for sure.
Nope.
Take what we can get.
Get what we take.
She pauses. She is pausing before she continues for a while. Well, I want to say I'm sorry for, where we left things off with you thinking I was dead and stuff like that.
I guess apology accepted. Kind of. Where did you go? What happened to you?
I was a prisoner for some time after the war, or during the war at least, of the Empire. But eventually they let me go. Couldn't keep me imprisoned forever. They're not unlike us. A lot of the soldiers were fighting for our country, and I'm not saying they're good people or anything like that, but they're people. That makes sense. They're not monsters or leviathans or anything. They're just people following orders. So I kind of started hating them a bit less. Kind of do some.
We all were just following orders.
She nods. I kind of done a couple jobs here and there for them now. She's like looking at you, and you can clearly she's like, "How are you gonna take that?"
What kind of jobs?
Shoot her.
What do you mean you smiled at an Empire soldier? Kill her. Yeah, she says, couple, bounty hunting.
Any names I would know?
Just small stuff usually. At least the ones I've succeeded on. A couple whales, but none I've caught yet. Not leviathans, like you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know, like the metaphorical whale.
Yes.
So, who's your Moby Dick in this sense? I think that's the literary term. I don't know.
Well, rather keep that private.
I'm dealing with a leviathan right now. What are you doing? Okay.
Oh,
Be gone.
Be gone,
Creature.
dog.
Okay.
I think
Leviathan has been dealt with.
Yeah, she says, I'd rather keep that a bit private. It's a bit embarrassing they haven't been able to catch them yet.
Oh. Why? Why would it be embarrassing?
I mean,
they'd have to be at least somewhat skilled to outmaneuver you.
You're too kind. Well, not wrong. Just kind. All right. I'm going after the Phoenix. Just bounty on their head.
How big is that bounty?
Gone up, actually, since.
It's,
what would be now?
8 coin.
I think, actually, yes. It is 8 coin.
All right, fuck this job.
Yeah, we'll deal with we'll pay off the demons. Yeah, she's like, it used to be smaller, but it kept rising. Not happy with me, though. But I kind of wanted to see if you wanted in. I know it's Empire work, but they pay well and they treat you well. I think it's they don't care about your race. They don't care about your skin color. They don't care about any of that. I thought for a long time that they did, and they hated us for that. But no, they just wanted people who think like them and didn't it wasn't about that to them. It isn't. They want what they want, and oftentimes, I mean, you've seen the world out there beyond the lightning walls.
I have?
They are keeping people safe. I mean, the whole reason that this whole city is overcrowded as it is because people are safe enough that they're crowding it out. Relatively speaking.
When did you get to town?
I haven't left. I was in prison here, actually, in the city in a camp. And
did you get any newspapers in that camp?
Not while I was in prison, no. Why?
Have you heard of the Night of the Long Farewell?
Yeah, but I haven't looked into it a lot.
I think it might pique your interest. I think it's like last Sunday's edition might change your view.
Of the Empire? Alright. Okay. I'll look into that. So you're not really feeling them, then?
As an organization, no. I have nothing against the people. People are people.
Not
Scavs, Empire, Eruvians, doesn't matter.
agreed on that part. You, I guess, then don't want to team up with me for the Phoenix. I assume you're still a good shot. You look like you're still, in shape.
You have no idea. I'll keep an eye and an ear out, but personally, I think he believes what we believe in.
There's something on her face. She doesn't say anything, though. All right.
Go. Check around Char Hollow. Ask about him. You'll probably get more good responses than bad.
I'll do that. I mean, I've been doing that, actually. That's how you find someone. But
don't ask the questions that's like, have you seen this man? No, just ask like, hey, what has he done for you?
okay.
Maybe the bounty is high because he stands for something that they don't really like.
Some better things are worth standing for, though. I'd rather keep everyone alive than happy. I'd rather keep a bunch of miserable people in a city than have them being eaten by ghosts. What's worse, an abuser or a murderer? I know it's complicated. It's a dumb metaphor.
If all the abused stand together, they could overthrow the abuser.
It's a bad metaphor, like I said. Thanks for the drink. Good to catch up.
Yeah.
And there's like you know her well enough. There's like an air of disappointment, like she wanted you to help her, but she isn't going to push it. This is definitely not something she would.
Yeah,
push.
He's not going to outwardly like, yeah, we'll go Phoenix hunting together. It's more like I'll keep an ear out.
Yeah, and should do it again sometime.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'll find you.
Or I'll find you.
She shrugs and gets up. And you can see as she's beginning to leave, there's like probably something in her pocket that she's like fingering with, like playing with and rubbing. But she doesn't take it out. And yeah, it's not clear what it is. It's not, it wouldn't be something like a gun or something like that. So it would be something like smaller.
Small thing.
Yeah.
Could I study or survey?
Yes, you can do both of those things that give you different information.
Probably study, because it's like to get a deeper understanding of her, right?
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd know what she's feeling and thinking and things like that. Your effect here, I think, will be standard. You know her, but you haven't seen her in quite some time.
Yeah.
Your position is controlled. And
Standard.
somehow we could tick everyone knows who the Phoenix is as a devil's bargain.
No thanks. That's not a very good one for me.
Okay.
The timing is fantastic.
So then I think that I wouldn't tick that, but I think that my devil's bargain might be that she... Oh.
A new clock with her?
No. My devil's bargain is she doesn't mean it when she says we should do this again. She just is like, oh, he's changed and we should go our separate ways and we can't be friends anymore.
No. I'm actually going to push myself instead.
Okay.
Because I would like to just, before the major job, because I was at 5 stress anyway. Might as well take coin out and do another
That's fine.
vice. Yeah. So just, it's controlled.
And standard.
Standard. Oops. There we go. Bonus die 1.
A 6. Very nice. So, reading her, she looks like she was going to ask you to do something that, or give you more specifics or something. She had something very specific in mind that she was wanting to ask you for help on, or to join her on something. But based on how the conversation went, she didn't think you would want to, and she thought it was a bad idea, so she backed out. And something about what she is holding in her pocket was to do with that.
Okay.
Yeah, and she says, but she does mean it. You didn't accept the devil's bargain. So she does mean it when she wanted to get another drink. So she says, I'll see you around, and heads out.
Yep.
All right. Cool. I think that's that, unless you follow her or do other stuff.
No, I'm not gonna follow her. I'll wait.
Okay.
Because
Cool.
it seemed like she's not on to me. She doesn't know, and if she's asking for my help, I don't think she'll get, like, because she has Steiner too. Unless I killed Steiner, I don't think I did. I depossessed him, so she might ask other people for help.
She said Steiner was fine, so
Yeah.
Depending on when she saw him last. Could have been
This-
last year.
Yeah.
Well,
This
she
also
Steiner
could
worked
be-
on the job with her.
They were
Yeah.
working together to attack you guys when you were taking your turf.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
This
right.
also could be a ruse because she does know.
Also true.
Remember, the clock is not. The clock is not
everyone.
the first
Everyone.
person know. It's not the first person knows about the Phoenix. It's everyone knows about the Phoenix.
Yeah.
So you can't
With-
assume that no one knows.
I don't think you know whether she knows with your study. If you had if you crit, you might have known.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Okay. Who wants to do a thing next? I think, Marissa, you wanted to follow up on your offer from before?
yeah, sure. It's time to go say hello to Mercy.
Fun.
So yeah, I think camera pans in on, Adric just kind of standing around White Crown, kind of looking at the card and sticking it into his pocket and basically walking up to the front gates of the governor's stronghold and saying that he has an appointment.
Yeah, and there's like big imposing stone walls in front, like at that guard the citadel here. There are several guards posted who all have like sabers and guns. They are heavily armed. This is military, military installation. I think two of them like look at each other in very much a "this kid doesn't belong here" expression. One of them
Pull out the card again and kind of say, "Hey, I have a meeting with."
They pause, like stop, like I think they just take it from you. I don't think they like ask you for it, but I think if you let them, they just take the card from you to look at it. Again, they share a look like, is this like, you think this is real? And the other guard is like, just a minute. Gives it back to you. One of the guards goes back to verify it. It's only actually probably about a minute, which is shorter than you might expect, before he comes back and you are led inside Lord Governor's estate, White Crown. This is a nicer. Sorry?
Now to see if I die or not.
Yes. So, of course, you walk through the garden first. Now, it is an estate, but it's also a military installation. So there's like watchtowers and turrets and a garden with several bushes in the shapes of animals and things like that. It is both very fancy. It is fancier than probably any place you've ever been. Your parents' manor was quite nice. This blows it out of the water. And you walk inside this. One of the soldiers is actually probably leading. This enormous, like circular installation. Inside it's all pure. It's the same, like it's called White Crown because of the like pure white bricks, and I don't know if it's marble necessarily, but this whole building is made out of it. It's thick slabs of shining, gleaming white stone making up this place. They have like you walk through. When you walk in, there's a hallway with just a line of gold chandeliers, multiple, just like maybe 6 gold chandeliers up ahead on like 20, probably like 40 feet up. It is grossly luxurious. There are statues, there are paintings, everything like that. But in addition to that, there's like soldiers patrolling, and some people are being very professional. He leads you down sort of a side hallway within there of the several. And I think that once you get to a certain point, he's kind of leading you deep within the compound, just within the indoor maze of rooms and offices and things like that here. You get to what would I call it? I think actually right now it's just an office. It just looks like an ordinary office, supposedly. The soldier knocks at the door, says, "Mercy, someone's here to see you." And there's a pause, and then Mercy's voice says, "Oh, come in, come in." The soldier like lets you in, and then I think the soldier just leaves you two alone. You step inside,
Okay.
and Mercy's office has several things in it. Behind her, she has like a desk. Behind her to the desk is a myriad of very, very nice knives. Some like just decorative, not decorative. They're very sharp, but they are also very fancy and could be and are in this case also decorative. That are laid out on one of the walls. On the side is bunch of like files laid out somewhere. One of which you recognize as your own. There isn't a they're like photographs are exceptionally rare, so there are not really many photos on them, but you see your name and the Garcia's family and things like that. Mercy says, "Oh, hello. I was hoping this would happen sooner rather than later. I'm glad to see that you have accepted my offer."
I haven't exactly accepted yet, but I want to know more. What is it that you actually want me to do?
I want to learn about you and your unusual physiology. I want to work with you, see your skills in action. Adric, I want to be like you.
Sorry.
I know the stories. You have emotions that are deafened, or whatever the term is scientifically. You have improved reflexes, improved strength. You have training and fighting that you did not actually practice. Not sure actually if that was true out of character. Okay. You just
It's not.
Okay, then she doesn't say that part. You, for your size and lack of bulk, you should have died several times over in the things and reports that I've seen you supposedly come out on top in.
And what do I get out of this?
I told you already. You get no red tape. You get no one saying, you shouldn't have done this. You get no one saying, don't kill them. You are told something to do, and as long as you get it done, you can have complete freedom.
Are you asking me to leave my current crew?
No. No, I don't think you need to. I don't think this is a full-time job. Right now, at least. If it expands, if things go well, perhaps. I'm looking at others.
And what happens if I say no?
Patrick, if you say no, I'm going to have to force. I'm going to be forced to follow my orders and kill you. It's a shame. I really don't want to. And she looks like she's trying not to be excited. But I think that you have so much potential. And you're wasting it with the Fusewrights Union. Do you believe in them? I don't get the impression that you do, and I am a people person. I think you just do what they tell you to because it's something that to do. And I don't know about you, but I really like when someone just tells me what to do and then doesn't admonish me for how I do it. In a way, we're alike.
I'd say it's a good thing I'm not saying no then. But I have some things that I want. First, I figure that we should do this on a trial period. If you're going to tell me something that I'm not okay with, I'm not doing this indefinitely.
What aren't
Maybe
you okay with?
We'll see that when I get my orders.
Continue.
Second, I want to know everything that the Empire knows about hulls. I want to know how to destroy them.
Okay, sure. That's easy.
And third, I would like money. Because that's where downtime actions lie.
Money is time is actually what this is.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Oh, I can absolutely arrange the last two. Don't worry about that. And as for the first one, I appreciate the warning. Be sure that I highly doubt that we're going to give you any questionable assignments. Besides, you won't have to be working alone. I can work with you, or the others. Come, I'll give you a tour.
Patrick nods. He's accepting this.
Okay, perfect. So she will lead you, if you follow, to... I don't think it's a hidden door exactly. It's more like a specifically out of the way and trying to, like, it looks like a janitor's closet door, except there's two heavily armed guards in front of this janitor's closet for some reason. She just nods at them and they let you go through. And instead of a janitor's closet, of course, there's just like wide spiral stairs leading down. She takes you down the stairs for quite some time, and then you're quite sure you're in some kind of basement area of this stronghold. As you approach, and as you like get near the bottom of this basement level, you hear, what's the voice? You hear like not screaming. It's not screaming. It's like someone yelling in pain, but like it's muffled in some way, and it's a grown man. And there's no words to it. And it doesn't sound like it's distant. It sounds like it's close, but it's muffled somehow. And then you hear a voice say, hold still, or I can't get any of... No, hold on. Mercy, is that you? Get some manacles, please. He's moving too much. The voice sounds kind of familiar to you. And then when you reach the bottom level, you see someone who looks like a much older version of Grine standing above what was the name? The guy who was injured from before. Who is strapped in and currently being treated in some horrifying way, clearly injured and clearly being treated in a not painless way by this guy. Mercy is like, oh, of course, just a minute, and she like goes over to like a set of like hand manacles and brings them to him so that he can keep this guy's arms in place. What was his name? There we go. Character sheet. It is Steiner. Steiner is the one who is writhing in pain. Yep. He has like a piece of cloth in his mouth that's stopping him from screaming in pain. And it looks like this man is trying to set a broken bone or something, like a collarbone. Like that hurts a lot. This is what he's currently trying to do. And
I'm just gonna stand by
You're
the
just
door
watching? Okay,
and
cool.
watch. You
It's
know,
like, okay,
she said
okay.
to stay and introduce me.
Yes, and the man is like, okay, 1, 2, and then does it like before 3. Sets the thing. It's like, and of course Steiner's like, he's mute, but this is the exception to that. He's like, stop whining, you big baby. It's fine. And the man is like gray hair. He looks like he's in his 80s. Maybe slightly younger, but not much. And he turns around and it's like, who is this? Who is this? And Mercy, of course, says, Dr. Hells, this is Adric. He is a potential recruit that I thought we would give him the tour. Meet the friends. Well, it is very nice to meet you. My name is Dr. Hills.
Shakes hand.
Yeah, he shakes her hand too. We have just an early but promising venture going on here. Now, are you? Is she? Is he? He like looks at Mercy, and Mercy like just nods. You are the one who has the changes made to your biology, right? May I examine you? It would just take a few minutes, I promise. And it would be mostly painless.
Trick nods.
Okay. He leads you over to like a table next to Steiner. Like it doesn't, yeah, he like lies you on the table and he starts examining you and writing notes down for a time.
This is not unusual for me.
I'm going to assume the notes are scientific mumbo jumbo and unintelligible to you unless you want to understand them specifically.
That's fair. And
Okay.
no, I'm good.
Okay, perfect.
Being randomly examined by doctors is very normal.
Okay. I think what would he do? He's okay. I think this is going to work. Yes, Mercy, this is promising. I think our little experiment. Mercy is all smiles and kind of giggling at this point. It's like, ooh, okay, I can't wait. When should we get started? Well, it will take me some time to prepare, maybe a week or two, but after that, then I can promise you will have a similar formula applied to you. Oh. Good. And the others? Soon after that. Good. I will report to the Lord Governor then. Atrick, come with me.
Gets up, follows.
Okay. She leads you back upstairs.
You're giving this to more than just yourself?
Just a few select others that I've handpicked. Of
Picked, or did they have a choice?
course they have a choice. In fact, some of them were just hired. Some of them applied. Generally, they're people who like fighting, don't have much of a sense of morality. Some of them feel a bit lost in the world. That's where we give them some guidance. And, yeah. I'm not interested in the regular soldiers. That's no fun. You saw it yourself. It's kind of not really a challenge, even for you, no offense needed, to fight a normal person, to fight even a normal soldier.
Edric nods. He's fine with this arrogance.
Yep. I have been tasked with finding the best of the best fighters in the city. Even what's the word actually should say? Non-conformative fighters. And improving them. The Lord Governor she doesn't want to risk her soldiers on this. No, they're much too valuable in her eyes. There's definitely sarcasm in that. Yes, that is true. But some people who volunteer, that's what I've got to work with. That's okay. It'll be more fun that way. So, I think...
And how does the fun begin?
Well, once this is a success, in fact, I've kind of been doing some already, we will get some discreet assignments from the Lord Governor herself. We do them, and we tell her. That's that.
Let me make this clear. What do you want me to do right now?
Right now,
Or when?
do you want a yes or a no? Like, are you in or are you out? All the conditions. You haven't said yes yet.
If you match those conditions, yes.
Excellent. So, I think I want to see you in action first. How about... Ooh, that's probably a good start. Okay. We're going to work together at some point, and I'll give you the details soon. I'm still getting the job together, still doing some groundwork. But there is a certain person on the city council who has been a bit too outspoken of things. And the Lord Governor really wants to bring the city council to bear under the military. They've been on a too loose leash for too long. So, I am doing my best to make her wishes a reality. Such is the way of things, hierarchy, the world. Now, I will tell you the more details soon. I'm just going to get it finished and ready, and I want to see you in action. How's that sound? You and me? Girls' night out? Wait, no. That was my mistake. That was very
Nice
much
try.
my mistake.
Nice romantic date on the town.
She,
Psycho's night out.
yeah,
14. Yeah, he's 14. It's not.
yeah, no, he's 14. It's not a date
I know.
either. It's more. I have no idea. I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Siblings and
Some watch as
murder.
two
Murder
sociopaths
siblings.
literally paint the town red.
Something like
they just
that.
stand there
Yeah.
silently staring at each other because they're sociopaths.
Yeah. What
Get
do
a
you
hold of
like
me.
to do for
I'm
fun?
sure you know how.
I don't know. I guess.
What do you like to do for fun? Tear the legs off spiders? What about you?
I like to use
Drown
magnifying
puppies.
glasses on ants and watch them burn. Okay.
Yeah. Get a hold of me. I'm sure you know how.
Oh, I do. Okay. I need to make a report. But this has been a wonderful meeting. I hope to see you again soon. You know the way out. And then she snaps her finger once you guys get to the top of the stairs, and one of the guards who are on guard there just will escort you out because of course you aren't actually allowed to be there alone.
I could hope.
Yeah. And she leaves to go report to the Lord Governor. You're let out.
All right.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
I could have been
I'm
offered
still
to
in the game.
become a super soldier.
Kind of, yes. It's not my fault you guys happen to have some of the best fighters in the city that she's also recruiting.
Fair.
We have one of them. That's it. It's just the one.
However, that now means we have an in.
Yes.
I assume old man Grind is Grind's dad, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep, that'd be Daddy Dearest.
Yep. Hasn't really been mentioned much, but I don't think you two get along that well.
No, well, we'll find out, won't we?
Mhm.
New supply job. We raid the secret super soldier base.
That sounds wise. Maybe I'm not telling you about this,
That's
but
true.
I am giving you equal opportunity, Grind. If I head home, I would be basically saying, "Hey, look, sit you down in whatever medical place you've got. This is what was up with me. This is what was done. If you want a chance, I'd love. If you want to cure this, I'd like to. It's either feel or not feel. Just if you can get that back."
But if there's a cost for this, obviously you are augmented in some way. That might go as well.
Right now, I really don't care what happens with me.
Isn't that the problem, though?
It's the problem, but that may also be the solution. I either get that ability to care back, or if I become unaugmented and I'm able to care again, we deal with that then. Are you willing to lose me? To lose however I can fight?
I am
Crew?
not willing to lose you on a more personal level, Edric. You are not just useful. You're a person, and I happen to. I don't want to say I care about you because it's not done. But yeah, you are a good person, or have the ability to be, and you're striving for this. It's a
Don't
noble
have the
goal.
ability to be as I am now, so.
Yeah, we will work on this. Unfortunately, there seems to be rather a lot on our plate at the moment. But yeah, I think Grind will just take some samples and be like, I'll work on it,
Okay. Cool. That was a thing that Atri was invited to. Super secret super soldier club.
Hey,
Another
at least
super
money out of
secret
this.
soldier problem.
Money and finally answers on the stupid holes.
Yes.
Listen,
So many
Unfortunately, you're attacking the spirit wardens first.
Okay, so in
And
that vein, do we...
So actually, here's my thing. By default, you'll be attacking spirit wardens first. If you want to acquire asset now, if you want to spend a long-term project, you just get that early. And because of the fictional positioning, you would just auto succeed on that knowledge.
On a long-term project, or
Not a long-term project. Acquire asset is a downtime action, is what I meant.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are
And
we going to
do have 2 coin in the crew sheet.
Yeah.
I still have a spare downtime action. I might use it on that. Speaking of 2 coin, I don't think this needs a scene, but I don't think we have any other scenes coming up. I am paying for my exorcism.
Good. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Off-camera
my
exorcism.
Well, you already had the
My debts need to be
exorcism.
paid for.
exorcism
And I
was
don't
already
think we
had.
had anything else to
Oh,
do
that's right.
gondoliers right now, so
Nope.
aside
No,
from,
there-
hand me some house deeds
Yep.
in the Fusewright Union's name.
Yeah.
They do.
So I have 2 downtime actions I can use. I am punched in the face and I'm stressed out. I could work on those. Do we need one of these for the mission?
So, one thing you'll want to keep in mind is that if you're going to a masquerade ball in Whitecrown, y'all need nice outfits, nicer than you have, except for maybe a slight bit amount with that coat, but that's not enough by itself for
Yeah, we need to acquire asset clothes.
nice
Disguises.
clothes.
Acquire
They're not
asset
gonna be nice,
disguises.
though.
Acquire asset noble garb is.
Yes.
We'll get
Okay.
kicked out immediately if we're not dressed the part, and
Yeah.
we don't have the clothes.
Does subterfuge supplies help with that?
What is
Costume,
supplies?
jewelry, a reversible cloak, and distinctive hat.
Those
even
are
a forged
those are
badge,
our
magic
tier.
ball.
So does your tier. So
Yeah.
you need to get nicer than you normally have versions of that.
Yeah, we could go to a nice party in 6 Towers with other common folk.
Yes. Other former nobles are probably, you would still not quite fit in, but you wouldn't get flat out kicked out of like like the bottom dredges of nobility parties.
Yeah.
But this
This
is
is
the
noble-
top. This is the top.
Yeah, like landless nobles and stuff that have like a dinner party. We could go and pass there with our nice clothes, kind of,
Yeah.
sort of. But here, no. We
Yeah.
need to get some nice clothes.
Yep.
Okay, well then, one of my downtime actions is going to see a doctor because I can't take the stress to heal myself because I'm not de-stressing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can also spend a crew coin to get the clothes.
Could do.
Yeah.
Are you going?
If
who
just
are-
spending
I
it
need
coin
that.
will.
We might need the coin to tier up the result of the.
We have 2 crew coins.
Mhm.
But we can only get on a crit. We only get tier 2. Is that right?
No, I think a 6 is tier plus 1,
Here.
and a crit is tier plus 2, which would be tier quality 4.
Can we maybe
Or
free
tier
play
plus
it and go to
quality 3.
Dunlow and Sons?
You could
And
free
see
play
what
and
we
go
can do
to,
from
I think,
there? Dunridge.
Dunridge and Sons.
Well,
if you wanted to.
could we free play it and just raid some of the other towers and 6 towers that are like vacant?
They wouldn't have.
If
Closed.
they were closed, they would.
And if
likely
they
be
did have
more
clothes,
themed.
they'd be out of fashion.
I mean, that is a way to do acquire asset. You just need to get a good roll.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters if we go to the tailor or if we are raiding towers. It's still an acquire asset roll.
Yes,
But
it-
acquire
Well, no,
asset
I mean,
usually
free play.
And just buy it.
goes away.
acquire asset is usually a skill roll that is based on tier, right? Or is that, am I wrong? Like the results is tier.
I
equals
think it's a tier roll. I
Oh,
believe.
okay. I thought it was similar to crafting, but it's not.
There we go. Acquire
Which
asset.
is pretty good for us.
Roll the
So-
crew's tier.
So 1 to 3 is inferior, so less than our tier. 4 to 5 is standard, which is our tier. If we get a 6, it's tier plus 1. If we get a crit, it's tier plus 2. So the best we could get is tier 3.
Yes, which would be enough.
And you can spend coin to go above,
Right.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes, you can. Tier 3 quality 3 would be enough to get you in as servants, but still, like, you
Yeah.
fit in party. No one would look at you.
It costs 2 coin to bump tier.
Per
Yeah,
tier?
to bump it up a tier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
per
Okay,
tier it
so-
costs 2 coin.
So that won't get us what we need, really.
Unless you spent a bunch.
It will get us in.
But it's better than what we have, is the thing.
We have
Potentially.
one tier 3 outfit that we stripped off of that guy.
Yeah, you have enough
I
for
don't know
one
if
person.
it's anyone.
I could potentially flashback to having stolen a couple of the uniforms. of the spear wardens that have been killed over the weeks.
Would Skurlock have like clothes we can borrow?
You want to ask him?
Yeah, why not?
He is our patron.
Okay.
It is also his demon friends.
Yes.
All we need is clothes.
Wait, how about this? For it's +1 die if we get a friend or a contact to help us.
Yeah, so
What if
any
we
downtime
acquire asset, but we go to someone? Like, does anyone have like look at your list?
Friend, look at,
I have a
and
spy.
the crews. Check the crews as well if you have someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have someone, that gives us a bonus die. That gives us a bonus die.
And you can
if we
devil's
roll
bargain
friend
for a
to get
third
shirt.
die.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
we have Anya. Yeah.
Yep. Anya would
Where who?
Anya is the person you invited to, because she works at the ink rakes, but she's fascinated by different cultures, and she is a dilettante. She goes to the parties.
We can talk to her to help us. It would still be acquire asset, but it's acquire asset with +1 die, which is much better than rolling 1 die.
Yep. And then
that's probably the best way to do it. Honestly, is get a friend to help.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if that fails, we result to crime. You know, if we can't get the result we need, we just drop it and mug some people, take their clothes.
To Generation Sons. Okay. Yeah, or just, do a mugging in the middle of White Crown. That's fine. No one would.
Not White Crown.
Not the.
We followed the servant.
If you wanted White Crown clothes, I meant. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. We kind of have to get them there.
So, who wants to make the roll?
Oh, tier 1.
Is there a button for that, or is it?
Yeah, roll fortune. It's on your character sheet. It's going to be 2 dice.
Click
Devil's
it
Bargain.
with an extra.
Because you can save Devil's Bargain for this. I think that this might take some extra. Wait, who's rolling it?
I got it.
Okay. So I guess I would ask, because it does affect all of you. Indigo. Hicks's free semester ends. You guys, I think, are waiting a bit longer than the demons wanted to do the attack, because I think they want to do it before the last day of the ritual.
We're pushing it to the last day.
Yeah.
That seems fair. I'll take it.
Okay, cool. So
I don't know what that looks like at all, but...
There we go. I think it just means, you spend a bit more time doing it.
No, I understand that why it spends more time. It's us planning the party entry stuff. That is,
you have more time to get better clothes.
Yeah, I get that, but I just don't know what the free semester ending looks like. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
No, it's a report card going to your parents' house with a bunch of incompletes on it.
Showing that you lied, son.
It is your parents starting to send people after you, too.
It is other professors start showing up and be like, we haven't seen him all semester. Is something okay? And they're like, we thought he was supposed to be off all semester. What's going on?
Wait, what was the name of that professor? Hand me that newspaper.
Yes.
That name sounds familiar.
Okay. Yeah, so that's 3 dice.
3?
That's 3 dice total.
3 dice total, because the Devil's Bargain and the Friend and the 2.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So number of dice I'm putting in is 2 because I assume it's rolling 1.
Yeah,
let's find out, and we'll roll a d6 if it doesn't.
Yeah, worst case, just add a d6.
No, it's 3 because 0 matters for this. Because we could be tier 0 and stuff.
Well, maybe put in 3.
We could just roll it.
And this is a
downtime
3
and this extra, we cut the last die.
Yeah, and this is a downtime action.
Else do it because it's not rolling for me again. I don't know what the hell's up.
I'll do it. I'll
20.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay, Indigo, you roll it.
Yeah.
It's 5.
2 5s.
Yeah.
So I believe that is tier 1 close.
That is.
Yeah.
Hold on. I thought it was tier +1. Oh no, wait, that's a 6.
now
It's 6 tiers.
6 is tier +1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you get tier 1 clothes. It is. Yeah. Look, it seems that Anya doesn't quite attend parties of this caliber.
Yeah. So we
I
either
don't think
spend
even
4
spending-
coin.
Yeah, 4 coin would you could disguise yourself as serving staff.
I'm down with I'm still pulling out of my stash. Like, stash doesn't matter to me right now. I'm totally down with doing that.
The amount of coin to force this plan to work when we're not going to get money back from it worries me.
Well, you're planning to loot some of the stuff. It's not.
We're planning to loot some of it, right?
Yeah.
Take whatever
stealing
value
the
is.
silverware.
Hey, look, silverware can be quite expensive.
It's made of silver.
Yeah. The reason that
It's not going to be like
That's why
coins,
the
but we'll
maids
probably-
steal it.
We walk out with hawkers
but,
rigging
like-
of this stuff.
6 coin worth of silverware, though, is like that's more than we can put in the boat.
Also, remember, I think is it carrying coin? No, not. Never mind. It's not carrying coin out. It's having coin with you to bribe people that cost load.
Yeah. I think we might get 6 coin off of the job. That's just what I'm guessing. At least 4. And then what if we can raid the inside of the house, which is doubtful, we might get other cool stuff we could sell.
Yeah, theoretically.
Yeah. Grab some demon armor off of the spirit wardens.
Yeah.
Yeah, even their equipment is pretty expensive by itself.
Yeah. So, are we dropping coin to make these better?
I am all for it. I can put a coin in.
If we decide to do this, then I'll put a coin in. But
All right,
I'm
and we got 2 in the
for
crew.
it terribly.
Yeah.
I don't
We got
love
2
the
in the
amount of
crew.
coin we're putting out.
It gets us to tier 3, which is not as good as everybody else is wearing.
But
It
it'll
is-
get us in.
We're gonna blend in with the staff.
Completely. So you could try and just be one of the staff. Because the Spirit Wardens have some serving staff there, but they did hire on extra for the party.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna be
Is
like,
it like in all those other novels where the staff is invisible, or do we actually want to be mingling with the party?
there's levels of staff.
yeah, that's true.
There is the
Yeah,
staff in the kitchen that's invisible. There's the people that greet you that you see. There's the people that wander around with the serving trays with little canapes and stuff on them.
Yes. Hors d'oeuvres, sir.
So
Things like
basically,
that.
with level tier 3 clothing, will we be able to get to wherever we need?
Yes.
Yes. Bomb in the butler's pantry works.
And let's do it, I guess.
All right.
Yep.
So
I spent a coin.
all right. That's 1 out of 4.
And 2 coin on my stash.
2 stash or
And
4
two-
stash?
Well, one coin for me.
Okay.
And then 2 from the crew.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. So you're able. It costs you so much.
So much money. Like, oh god, they're so expensive.
Yes. Like it's
I
At
like
least I hope
more
to
than
keep
1
that
coin per
silver.
person because you already had the other tier 3.
We already had a butler's outfit. This
Yeah.
was buying 3 outfits.
3 other
For
outfits.
4 coin. Welcome to
Wait.
nobility, where things are grossly
Does that-
expensive.
Does that get our gang in too?
No.
If we wanted to? No? Oh.
No way in hell.
When they come in with the demons, they can continue the
Your
raiding of
gang, you guys, I can assume at least have prepared and know how to behave in polite company and noble parties. By default, your gang does not.
Yeah. But
Also,
oh,
I don't know how they're going to feel about attacking the spirit wardens directly.
True.
they believe in our message, so.
Yeah, but our
thinking-
message
Yeah,
is
but your
not-
message is not like do what demons tell me to do.
Yeah, this is do as we say, not as we do here.
Yeah.
Fair.
You could tell them if you want them to come with you, you totally could. But you could also just tell them you're off doing something else, and they'll never know.
Oh, speaking of the gang, actually, you said we could do a speed downtime action just to help them and get some ticks on that moving clock.
Yes, if you. Yeah, this would be like
Does it
all
need
right.
to be a downtime action or free? Just command.
It wouldn't
Can we
be.
roll that?
Your gang can still do stuff separate from you.
Okay.
So this would be instead of guarding the manor or doing as many patrols in the turf, they are moving. So they can you can ask them because you haven't found a place yet necessarily yet to just keep an eye out for somewhere to move, and they'll
Yeah.
help by that.
And now, could they start packing? We get them to start like
Yeah,
packing
that's
shit.
important. Just start packing stuff. Okay, I'll roll. Packing, I think, would be thugs, which you have elite in.
Elite thugs and rovers.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
packing and
Yeah.
moving is
Yeah.
their thing. Yeah.
This is their thing. This is the thing they're good at.
2d6.
Yeah.
Because they get the +1. 3.
3.
So they get 1 tick on moving. I'll
Well,
create
they
that
tried.
clock.
Is that
It's one
clock
we didn't have
on
before.
here somewhere?
No,
No,
I'm going to
it's not
put
on
it up
there
now.
yet.
Okay.
These are gone. Those have been filled and acted upon. Tick.
I'm assuming it's not that they didn't pack the stuff; it's that they pack it, but they didn't label anything, or we don't know how they pack it.
no.
So it
Or I
just
think
takes
they
them all the
might have-
time about having to unpack. Like you don't pack the plates first.
Well, it's like you're getting someone else to pack your stuff. They're like, what goes where?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean we're not packing this yet? You still need it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Why is
Why
all the
does the
toilet
Phoenix
paper in the
have so
back of the
many-
truck?
Yeah, everyone knows the
Why
first thing you pack when moving is the toilet paper, so you don't have any for the rest of the time you're packing.
Why does the Phoenix have so many scarves?
So yeah, they are helping, but it's a rough start.
Slow process.
It's what happens when you hire people with OCD. They have to pack things
Mhm.
very carefully. All of your scarves are in there in arranged by hue
Folded.
because they've been washed out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna spend a coin to de-stress if no one else has anything.
I gotta hit a doctor, but yeah.
Okay. Indulge vice, just rolling it. 5, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
I also need a favor because my doctor doesn't like me too much right now.
I've got a
Are you
doctor.
asking
like,
Atric to bring you, or are you going by yourself?
I can
Does he
always
have
point you to Melvir.
Melvir or
I
Atric's
mean,
doctor?
whoever at this point, my eye is swollen shut, and I need to be able to see.
Yeah. Melvir's a physiker if you want to go see them.
That's fine. Sure. I don't know what that roll is, but whatever it is, it's +1.
What was it before 2d6?
It was 2d6, so it'll be 3d6 now.
So 3d6. I'll roll that for him.
Okay.
6.
Nice.
Nice. That's a full clock, yeah?
I think that is
3 ticks.
3 ticks on the clock.
Great. Fuck.
Yeah.
I know.
This is why Helix sucks so much. Is
Yep.
that you can't just
much.
So
don't get hurt.
yes, what's the plan now?
I think it's
I
job
mean-
time.
If we've got that downtime, I've still got one downtime action there. You said I could use it to basically get the information on holes and whatever I needed for that before we hit this job.
Yes.
I would like to do
wanna
that because
push
so
Mercy
far
through
I don't
that.
have anything else to use that downtime action on. That's more useful.
Yes, that makes sense. Okay. So this would be an acquire asset roll,
Okay.
and get the information either way. It's no longer a long-term project, and how much you get, either way, it will be everything she's able to get. But we'll see how much she is. So this would still be yours. She's technically helping you, so you get a +1 die.
Okay, so this is information, and if it requires something, yeah, whatever. We'll figure that out later. I
Yes.
guess. Where is acquire asset?
It is not
It's-
a built-in thing. It is a fortune roll based on the crew's tier. So it
Yeah.
is 1 die base, 2 die because Mercy's helping you, and then I think a third one, chanting ghost circle shenanigans.
Do it.
Oh yeah, I'm willing to pay anything to get rid of those stupid holes.
Perfect.
Done with
If
them.
we know anything on how to deal with them, that's like will be very useful.
Yes.
Okay, so 4 dice. Let's see what we got. What? No, I don't care about notes.
Ooh, 6.
There is
Okay.
a
There's a
6. Okay. I mean, I think it should have been third dice. Either way, the first one is the 6, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So she sends you over. You get like the next day. Just one of the couriers. I think there's like couriers deliver you a package that is a folder with like files and files on hulls, and you are able to read through that. So hulls have a couple weaknesses. The main one that this, if they're exposed to it, they will just fall apart and stop functioning entirely is extreme heat, basically. Like less than you might expect, less than iron or metal. Like if a couple 100 degrees, a regular fire, they'll stop working properly, and a slightly above average temperature fire, they will start melting. Like whatever like alloy they're made of is very, it melts much more easily than
Okay, so
metals.
arson.
Arson is totally an option.
You know, if there's going to be cooking happening at this party,
Matches.
probably there's a creme brulee torch you could go.
Yes. The other thing is you'd need probably something that is as with enough force going at their joints. You could probably sever some of the cords there and some of the wires, and that would start to weaken them. This is much more dangerous. It would need more than just a knife. They have some lighter material that armor plates it, but if you took, say, a battle axe to that part, you'd cut right through that armor. A dagger is possible, but harder and probably takes more time.
Fair.
But a battle axe, you
So
wouldn't...
does this like give potency to the skirmish roll?
Not directly, but it would probably make the fictional positioning and the effects potentially greater or things like that. It wouldn't always be potency, but it will be potency in certain situations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got fire, we've got those joints. Anything else?
Because they are ghosts, right?
I'm
Exorcism.
focused on the killing of them, but if
Yes.
there's other pertinent information that we should know.
I mean, there is information on how to build them. You also wanted to know about that. It still has to be interpreted, but there is like there are diagrams, and there's not like an IKEA instruction manual. But
good. There's actually words.
Yeah.
I don't really care, but I'll
Even
turn those
better.
folders that Hicks and
it will help with studying that. It will basically grant +1 effect level to all rolls about
Now I'm
learning how to build one.
I'm imagining the little IKEA guy that's like like at the front of the IKEA. It says like, "Don't work by yourself," but instead of like a dresser, it's a hole. So it's like, and he's by himself. But like when
And
there's
there's a team of scientists. There's like a team of guys in lab coats behind him.
The other thing about them is they need to shut off semi-frequently to recharge. They're not solar powered. It's basically they're kind of self-powered.
I would hope they're not solar powered. There's no sun. Anyway.
Yeah, I know, but they basically are powered by the souls inside them.
They're
a way.
soul powered.
They're soul powered, yeah. But they
Soul
also need to kind of like shut down and recharge. They need to sleep. They are not. They can shut down and turn on at any time. The one that you encountered was sleeping until you disturbed it. So it's not it's not entirely unaware when it is sleeping, but it is less aware when it is sleeping.
Do we have any knowledge as to why it couldn't leave the building?
Yes, it was specifically programmed that it couldn't, no matter what. It was told to guard this area and never leave it, and so it couldn't, even though, yeah, it had it couldn't leave the
Not
building.
something that we can guarantee of all holes for sure.
Correct. It was that.
Yeah.
It was the specific protocols that were given to that one.
Yeah.
Many of them are equipped with different customizations. The base hull actually doesn't have a lot of the modifications you saw. The ones you saw was actually probably tougher than most. Here we are. So the one that, like, there are examples of what hulls can be equipped with. Yours had extra thick armor plating that you fought. It had basically like lightning reflexes. It had extra reactive like programming, and combat programming was built into it. You can assume most of the Spirit Warden hulls will be built for that, but it's not by default. All hulls are. Extra sensors and electroplasmic projectors, so like the shooting lightning thing. Most hulls can't do that actually, but that one could. In addition, as you see, hulls can actually be built at different sizes. The one you fought was a slightly larger than a person-sized hull. They can be as small as like a Chihuahua, They can be as big as a carriage, horses included.
Hmm.
All right.
So
Sounds like.
they can vary a
Do we
lot.
have diagrams to, these are the joints on the different sizes of hulls?
For typical, I think, yeah, for some of the typical ones there are. It's basically at the limbs.
Okay.
Wherever the limbs meet the torso.
Any notes about some kind of Voltron action when more than 3 hulls are together, they fuse to become Ultra Hull and any
There's
that nonsense?
probably some. Actually, there's probably some like notes of like an experiment gone terribly freaking wrong when they tried that, and it ended up being horrific, where the 3 souls like tore each other to pieces, and it was bad. It was real bad.
Okay,
Now,
just I
the
don't
way-
need Hull Kaiju. Like,
I was thinking more like Hull Power Rangers, where they take like, instead of binding your soul to a phoenix, you bind your soul to a Hull, and then you go like Velociraptor, like comes out like.
That has never been tried.
long-term project.
Long-term project.
Pet Hull.
Ultra Zord Hull.
Instead of being Batman, become a Power Ranger.
Okay, that's what you know.
All right, I think. Are we all set? Like, we could just make the bomb, right? Oh, you gotta heal. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I already took care of that. There is one point I want to mention. We're going to a party, light load or
Yeah.
no load.
I'm
could do
still
lo-
going in not light. I intend to be skulking around the bows, and
Well, we could do light, but we also have Hawker's rigging, so we get at least 2 free.
That's true. Hawker's rigging will help.
A lot.
This is why we took Hawker's rigging.
Yeah,
This
but
is the
it's with
point of
Hawker's
the
rigging.
upgrade.
do we want that to get our weapons in, or do we want that Hawker's rigging in order to get whatever loot we find out? Or are we just going to hope that in the chaos, looting's going to be easy?
Looting isn't included in load, I don't think.
Yeah, it's not looted in
looting
the
is what
fire.
coin. I just checked. Looting is only for coin that you bring with you to bribe people or use that you already had before. It's not for load you acquire, not. It's not for loot you acquire in the score.
Okay. Then...
And honestly, I'm going light because there's no point.
Man, this is gonna be so bad because I was counting
just
on.
remember, don't mess up any rolls, and we'll be
No,
fine.
engage your roll.
Yeah, just
make
roll perfectly.
Yeah, make the cube say 6. How hard is this?
Dude, there's 6 options. Pick the good one.
Half of them are really bad.
Pick the good one. Don't mess up.
I choose to crit. Can I crit, please?
Yeah. Can we crit? Well, I don't even think we're gonna be rolling 2 dice if I did my count right.
All right, so we
are
have
we all ready?
load.
Yeah, I'm going light.
Okay. Perfect.
Maybe not
Yep.
jeopardize the entire.
Nothing to it but to do it.
So it's a deception plan, right? That's what
Yes.
we're doing.
Yes.
Is it?
Okay.
So.
And
Yeah, it's deception.
Clear,
It's
my
a
goal
method.
is to find the sleeping holes in the basement and kill them.
Holes. Multiple. Cool.
is this considered a socialized plan for future payoff problems?
I think this is deception.
Socialize it, because we don't have we don't
You're
know
not negotiating.
someone.
Like the goal is not to negotiate, bargain, or persuade.
Okay, so show of force, maybe. Just wondering if we're going to get that +2 coin at the
I'd
end.
say
This
show
is
force.
a show of force.
This is show of force.
The-
You're getting in you're beating them away from the other
Blowing.
things. You're right. That is
Yeah.
the ultimate
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is a show of force, but it is a
Deception
plan.
into
The method
an assault,
is
but it's a deception show of
caterers.
force. That's how you're starting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It could also technically be stealth. Our point of infiltration is disguised as caterers.
Yep. Though I think stealth, actually, that's how it is. I think deception is disguising in this specific instance, because stealth is trespass unseen. I think Blade specifically makes disguises fit under deception.
It's because
Okay.
there's a bunch of stealth abilities.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
The stuff that only works if it's explicitly stealth.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
where, no, we just sneak in there while the party's going on, but we don't disguise. We're just sneaking there as criminals and they don't see us. That was what stealth would be.
Okay.
Okay. Has everyone chosen their load?
Yep.
Yes.
Engagement roll. So,
This sounds like me.
1 die for sheer luck.
This one's me.
Is this this particularly bold or daring? Yes.
Yes.
Is this overly complex or contingent on many factors? I don't think so. No.
There's
This is
one
the one I
factor.
don't know. Yeah.
One factor. We got the ooze bomb. We have an
Plant
ooze
it.
bomb, right?
I
They
assume
just
will
have
have
we
ooze,
given.
we just
feel
have to
that
open
in
it.
the Hawker's rigging.
Do we have to open it or does it explode?
They will have told
We
you
didn't-
that you basically when you are ready. It is heavy enough that you can't throw it that far. Throw it and run. Is what they've told you.
Okay, so
Smash it.
drop it into the courtyard from the second story.
Is it courtyard?
They want it to be in the building, and then they'll attack the outside while this
Oh,
is
okay.
attacking inside. Is what they've said.
Okay.
We take it up the stairs and drop it in the foyer.
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah, down the stairwell. Yeah.
Okay,
head
So
for
we're
the
2
roof.
dice right now. Does it expose a
Mhm.
vulnerability to the target or hit them where they are weakest?
Yes,
They're probably
fundraising.
not expecting info.
They're a government institution. Fundraising's a weakness.
I mean,
They're not an
it's called the Master Warden's estate. They're not
You know
weak here.
what?
I don't think they're weak.
I was trying to help.
I know, but I don't think they are weak.
I don't
here.
know if they're strongest against this. Like they're strongest against like a full out assault, right? I
They're
don't think
strong
they're
against. No, they're strongest.
They are not
against-
strongest against this. No, you are not. If you were assaulting them on a regular day, just flat out
Yeah.
running in there and started killing them, that would be No, I think that doesn't
Yeah.
apply.
Yeah.
They have pretend. They do not have particularly defense or special preparation against regular people, so you're fine there too.
Yeah. I
Um,
think we used our friend to get
yes.
clothes.
yes, and also the demons, but that doesn't stack.
The demons are also friends.
So 3. Are any enemies or rivals interfering?
You're gonna say
Yes.
yes.
Yes. The answer is yes.
That's a bonus dice. That's
Why
4.
would that
totally.
be?
I don't know why that could be. And that's that. 2 dice.
I hate to say it, but they're higher tier than us. Or does that not matter because the demons are lifting most of the weight?
Because you have the clothes, that doesn't count.
Sweet. Okay, so 2 dice.
Oh
no!
You
rolled-
said not to do that. Like you were the one that said.
I did say that. I understand. This is what we get.
so bad.
So in media res, as we're about to drop the thing, everyone surrounds us, and
Surprise party. It's the
Well,
worst.
the plan is deception. The plan is deception. So I feel like it's before we get to the point where we can drop the bomb that it goes wrong.
That is
Yeah.
true. So I think you guys have you have your uniforms on. Everything's good. You're good. You're like, okay, we need to make our way in there, but they're not like you can't just walk in. They're gonna get everyone is busy. Everyone is being given tasks, and so I think that what's gonna happen is how do I put this? Oh wait, no, there's just that. I'm just gonna. The interference immediately happens. Is what's gonna happen. You. What's the word? Wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. I think this actually happens before you guys even get there.
Okay.
You all suddenly feel very cold.
God damn it! All
Yeah.
And at first, one, and then several pale, transparent silhouettes appear through the fog that suddenly appeared. You see the face of Ulf Ironborn front and center. You see a few actually different additional faces of people who may have died as a result of your actions. You recognize maybe a fog hound or two who died in the warehouse explosion. You recognize a few people. It's not literally everyone. It's probably about 5 or 6 of them. They are standing there, staring at you with hate in their eyes. And Ulf, in a new, rattling, yet softer voice than when he was alive, says, You killed me. You. He's primarily actually staring at Grine, I think. You killed all of us.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't think ghosts care for due process. Okay, Phoenix, you're immediately attuning. Well,
I would like to
you're
too,
safe. You're
please.
not in the Phoenix getup right now.
No, I am but a man.
Okay,
I'm gonna assume desperate.
you are in a desperate situation. These ghosts are
Excellent.
already.
What are you
very
attempting
angry.
to do?
I want to attune to get them to go away.
Do you have the compel ability? Is that a thing?
I don't have compel.
Oh.
I would also like to wear my spirit bane charm.
To brandish your spirit bane charm.
Yeah,
That
well,
is
if we all
helpful.
have spirit bane
I
charm.
will say you guys are probably right around the corner. Like you are within gunshot hearing distance from the warden's estate right now.
Okay.
Hicks is
Then
doing some mental math and knows, let's run there.
I would like to attune in order to like maybe flare the ghost field to get the spirit wardens to come and deal with the
You wanna lure
ghosts.
them over to here?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
they obviously have, like, patrols around their big party.
Oh yeah.
So
They do.
basically, fake being in danger and flee.
Oh
Yeah.
no, we're
the
just
spirit
some
wardens.
helpless servants in danger.
Help us.
Ghosts.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start some clocks. My devil's bargain to you. Your desperate position. I
Yeah.
think this is standard effect. This is not a bad idea at all. And my devil's bargain is we were gonna put one tick on. I think this would actually be an 8 tick. I think they're pretty hesitant to cancel the party.
So the devil's bargain is one tick in that?
Yes, one tick in the currently empty party is canceled. If the party is canceled, that is actually bad for you guys because they're going to be way more aware of servants doing suspicious things.
Now I have 4 dice in it right now because Daredevil.
Actually, I'm going to change that. I'm actually going to change this. This is still an 8 clock, but this will be you guys are found out. The party is canceled.
Okay.
I don't think you really care about
I don't want to take that then.
that. Okay.
You got a bunch
So-
of dice already.
I have 4 dice.
Yeah, just
Are we
do
still
it.
attuning, or if we're running, can we all just do
You're
it?
Well, I'm-
attuning is, I think, what he's doing to lure the spirit wardens over.
I'm attuning to lure the spirit wardens in, and then they'll deal with the ghosts,
They're
right? Like
ghost
they can
field
run off after that.
radar will like.
Running's plan too.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I get 1 die for Daredevil, but I take a -1 to consequences.
Yep.
Here we go. There's a 6.
All right.
Mark XP.
You do get XP, and I think that as you're like standing there and as the ghost field is pulsing, I think you luckily you were able to see because Varus is above, and of course, if it's not too close, they might assume it's just one of their own crows.
Yeah, he's just up flying around.
Yeah, Varus is able to
He's
tell you,
UAV.
like, oh yeah, no, there's a patrol, a thing approaching. And so as I think like Ulf's ghost, ghostly like he had a hammer, I think actually, ghostly hammer in hand, charges forward towards you. I think he is stopped partway through his charge, by the spirit wardens. This time, I think there's another bell ring. It's like a deep, somber one, much bigger. This one's holding huge one.
Like a giant
And the ghosts all
cowbell.
kind of like freeze, and you can see they all start getting like staticky for a second. It's like now they're holding their ghostly hands over their ears, like they can't bear to hear the sound. The spirit wardens are like, "Get out of there quickly! Get to safety. We'll deal with them here." And yeah, they're like, "This will only paralyze them for a moment," and
Yep.
they prepare to fight the
Meowdy.
ghosts. Cool.
Get to the mansion.
Yes. So you guys scoot over to the mansion, and you have dealt with this pretty well. I would still say you're, however, in a risky position.
We're flustered.
Mm-hmm. there's a side entrance that you're like there's a servant's entrance that you enter through, and you see. I think the first thing you see. I'm assuming you guys have already had been hired. Is that true, or are you faking your way in? I don't know if that would be a flashback.
If we can say
hired.
we've just been hired,
Trying to
I'm
think.
good with that.
No, I think when you approach the Spirit Warden guards is like, do you have proof of credentials that you've been hired?
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
easy
like a
enough to get
servant's invitation to the party, if that makes sense.
I have been hired for a single party before. It's not that hard to get hired for one party.
Yeah, no, it's not. You just need, because of the Spirit Wardens, you just need proof that you were hired, and this would be like they would send you a servant's invitation or something for something this fancy. I think.
Yeah.
Something. If you want,
but it's not that hard to get hired for like a catering company for like they need extra staff for a night. You just
no, it's not.
Yeah, we registered Foods LLC. They hire us on because they need people.
Okay. Does someone want to flashback to that or use load to produce that?
Oh, I got you. I got it. I have a find cover identity.
Perfect. Okay, that's all you need. So you use
it doesn't even take load.
Nice.
Use that, you show it to them, they're like, yep, everything's good. All right.
It's a cover identity, isn't we don't actually cater professionally, but it's a legitimate catering like
Yep. He gives you directions, and he says, like, it's just inside and on the left. You guys step inside, and as soon as you step inside, it's, like, pretty quiet. There's a very small space in the garden before the door into the manor. As soon as the manor opens, there's, like, a dozen, 2 dozen people buzzing about, all doing their own things, many of them carrying dishes that some of you have never seen before. They're so fancy. You see someone you hear someone giving orders. There's an older woman. None of these people are masked, of course. And she's like, no, you do that. Like, she's telling them what to do. And anyone who looks like they are free, or even many people who don't, she will give orders or change orders or she looks like she is the one in charge here. As soon as you enter, she's like, you four, come here. And she's like, come on.
No.
We walk over. We
Yeah.
take off like our overcoats and we walk over.
Point of clarification: who has the stuff?
That's a good point.
Who's the sneakiest of us?
That would
I got
decide
be
later
me,
if
but
you
as
want
I said,
to.
I'm going to the basement for hole catching. So
Yeah.
if you want to give it to me,
I'm probably the second sneakiest then. So I
I'm
probably
Prowl
have
1.
I'm Prowl 2. Okay.
So am I.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not a ninja.
You can decide that later if you want to, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, we can flash back to that.
one of the
Um,
twos.
I don't
One
think
of
that needs a flashback. Like, do we need
Well,
a
does it-
flashback though?
Does it count as load? Because somebody has
That's
to keep
what
load
It
free.
would count as one load. That is true.
All right. So
So-
we keep that in mind.
Probably our Hawker's rigging load.
Yeah.
I don't think
We
want
could use
to
it
worry about
once, and we have no. It can't be Hawker's rigging. Hawker rigging is drugs or guns.
Okay.
Well, anything that could be smuggled,
Well,
right?
It's drugs
Figured-
or weapons.
If we can smuggle a battle axe, I don't see why we can't smuggle a jar. Then again,
Yeah.
The
It'd be
weird
more
rules.
useful to smuggle a battle axe.
Battle
than the
axe
jar
comes
if the
apart,
jar's one
I
load.
think, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. You are, all of you, immediately handed enormous platters of decadent food. And immediately, some of you actually physically pushed towards and out into the garden.
Party
which is where
room.
not the party room, it's all happening actually outdoors in this garden.
Oh, it's a garden party.
Yep,
That's real gross if there's no sun.
probably. They probably have like a large tent that they put up over the entire garden with like a mesh and things like that.
the expensive electroplasm.
Yes,
lighting.
it's starting in the garden, then later it's moving into the ballroom. But for now, it's in the garden, and you are like, no, the Lord Governor has already arrived. We need to get everything here. And, like, we need more snacks out, more, like, you're like, go. Serve that food now. So you're all immediately gestured.
I hop to it. I'm used to
Yeah.
taking orders.
I'm
Hicks does the same thing. He hops to, he grabs this tray, and he like walks out. Like, let's do this.
So do we
Yeah.
have a team like serving action?
Team serving.
I don't think you need to roll to serve if you just want to do the serving. You just need to roll to do the criminal actions if you want to while serving. But when you step out into the garden, you'll see that there are probably 36 nice tables that have been set up, like basically nice lawn tables and chairs have been set up, circular ones around the area.
I think
There's a long table at the edge with some snacks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Team survey. I think that might be the first
Yes.
step. We all do a lap
There.
to kill our first trays before we start this to figure, because the problem is we can't recon the Spirit Warden's Manor before this event, so this is our first recon run of where we can place the bomb, how we get out, all of that information.
Survey.
So I think team survey is the answer. As we do our first round, we just do our job. We do the catering gig for the first walk around the whole thing.
First platter.
Yep.
Yeah, for the first platter, we walk around so we look like we're doing stuff. No one's suspicious of us because they saw us. You handed me a cocktail onion in some pastry dough or whatever.
Exactly. So.
Yeah.
I'm starting at 6
Probably
o'clock. Get to the
looking at
bomb
us.
placement.
Team survey on where to plant the bomb.
Yeah.
Get to the bomb placement location 6 o'clock that I've just started, and that the survey would include that. There's probably only about 25% of the guests there, and that's why they seem to be freaking out that the Lord Governor's already arrived, because not many people have. You're as you should be arriving before the party started.
Yeah, we're on time. We showed up at the call time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could I also be looking around? Because didn't Costa say she's working for the government, or did she say someone specifically?
She didn't say someone specifically. She did say the government. If you would like, you can keep an eye out for her or other individuals.
Anyone who we might know.
Yeah, and just anyone who we could all know.
It's a general survey for the first pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll
All right.
see what's what. I can lead it.
So that would be probably separate then from getting to the bomb placement location. If you guys want to do
this is just we don't have any information about anything
what's
going on in here.
Yeah, what are the dangers? Okay, cool.
Stuff like that kind of information so we could make further.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is risky.
This would be risky, yes, because people might recognize you back. And this would be standard. Yeah.
Cool.
And
Okay. Risky, standard. I'm just gonna roll.
All right.
4. There's a 6.
apparently I can
There's
serve.
6.
Nice.
And God damn it.
My paranoia is kicking in. Okay,
Perfect.
what's wrong here?
Do I take
Somebody just
stress
roll
if
a
I
D6. This thing is pissing me off.
Do you take stress if what?
if I fail on a team?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think for every failed person.
In older versions, you didn't used to, but I think they changed it so everyone
Okay,
fails.
I'm the only one that failed, and I led the action, so I stressed myself out.
What?
I got a 1.
Oh, I thought you stressed out. I thought you meant you're at full stress.
No,
Ryan,
no.
is your
Come on,
dice
come
not
out
working
of it.
again?
I take one, Hicks takes 1 stress. I'm assuming he doesn't see anything, and just has to
God.
deal with all the people.
Grind,
Did you roll survey twice?
Oh, I rolled for grind.
Yeah, it wasn't going
issues.
through again. I refreshed, so
Okay.
we'll find out.
So yeah, 6 and 1 stress. So decent.
Grind got a 5.
Okay, excellent. So as you are walking around, you can see that there is one hull here out on the garden. The Spirit Wardens have specifically dressed it up. It doesn't literally, not in literal clothes, but they've painted a silver suit on it, in
It's
the
a
shape of
display
suit.
hull.
It's a display hull, and you see 2 of the nobles are like, "Oh, you adorable little thing! Can you do a bow? Make it do a bow." And
Look at our murder bot.
yeah, and it's like, and yeah. Just one of them are there.
Juggle.
Yeah.
There's a human soul inside of that thing.
Oh, Howard. Yeah.
Help! I'm trapped inside a hole. Help!
Yes. I literally have no mouth and must scream.
I have no mouth. Oh God.
Actually, the one who you fought did speak to you over a speaker device.
Yeah.
So you notice, that is a thing. There are several guards around, but they're dressed differently than other spirit wardens you've seen. They're like nicer. They seem to be in kind of normally we're like kind of dark clothes. They're not quite robes, but they have like a weird semi uniform, like a mix between cultish robes and military like uniform is what it is. These guys are in suits, but still have the masks on. One of the people there, he doesn't seem to notice you, thankfully. Adric, you recognize one of the people in suits. He doesn't have to move much. Is the guy you injured who got away from you.
Okay.
So that's the one. You'll know him when you see him. He's just on guard, standing still in the garden. You can see basically all of the guests in some way are centered around, though it's not in the center of the room. The Master Warden and the Lord Governor are talking to each other, sitting at one of the tables. And kind of like everyone is aware of them. Even if they aren't looking at them, they're like, depending on their social space, they're giving them space, or some of the guards that the Lord Governor herself brought. She has some bodyguards, of course, are nearby, but not on high alert, but they're still there. And a lot of people are trying not to show that they're watching them, because there's not often that you see them talk to each other in a public setting. The Master Warden looks... he is probably in his late 60s. He looks very fit, but he has aged well. Like, he's very healthy and very fit, but there are telltale wrinkles and stuff. He is the only person not wearing a mask of the wardens. He is the only one of them who is specifically identifiable. And I think he probably wears something that has like a mark of his station.
It's probably like a big pin. Like
yeah, that's probably what it is. Something like that. And he's speaking with them.
Do we see any of this demon-destroying tech around?
In terms of that ritual that you heard about?
I'm just basically trying to see, okay, what are the dangers, what are the things we need to worry about, and that's something that specifically we might have problems with.
That's fair. It looks like in the garden itself, they aren't showcasing it yet. They are primarily keeping things nice and polite, and you overhear some of the servants like wondering about it, but it's some kind of surprise. Like, they don't seem to know, or some of the nobles rather are gossiping about it. And as one of them takes a drink from you, they idly contemplate what it could be, but they don't seem to know. Anything else going on here?
Any deadly friends around, or?
Oh, yes. A 6 means they don't notice you.
With
I think that it's actually the oh, this is bad.
No, don't do it.
It's not Costa. It's
Don't
not
do it.
Mercy.
It's Zombie Steiner.
It is not Zombie
It's his
Steiner.
parents.
No.
It's his parents.
Adric,
Wait, what? Oh no.
the Lord Governor herself looks at you for just a few seconds too long before returning to her conversation.
Dread it. Okay
I'm
then.
just going to leave it at that. She's not doing anything right now, but she just notices you more than any other servant. I don't think many of them notice that.
Well, at least it gives me an excuse to leave.
That's true. Yeah. No, Hick, I don't think anyone else would be there. These people are the top crust of...
Yeah,
of
no one
society.
on my...
No one,
like,
even your parents
Yeah.
would be fortunate
None of my-
to go to the
yeah.
lower end of the noble parties, because they're not nobles at all.
Yeah. None of my well-titled friends are going to be at the Spirit Warden party.
No.
What are you talking about? They hired the madman, obviously, as the entertainment.
Oh, not the junkie?
Hilarious.
Or is it the seditionist they brought?
In terms of dangers, as I was wondering that, like they have some guards here and some people here. That hull,
May look nice, but has a sword in its arm.
yeah. Again, the hull is like maybe they are able to deactivate part of the weapons and change the programming. Maybe they did that. Maybe they didn't. They are at war still. And that's outside. Outside seems much less guarded than when you were there last, because you were looking at the garden beforehand. There are still people turning up and nobles arriving. Most of them live in White Crown, and while they would never walk, they are taking just short carriage rides, and some of them are even carriage pooling because they want to chat on their way there with their other noble friends.
With their neighbors.
Yes.
As they go down 2 blocks.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, some of them even have this newfangled electro carriage.
No. If they have electro carriages, they'll also be powered by human souls.
Now we could have put
Sounds
your
like
wife in a
mobility to me.
car.
Just
We
a
could-
hull that's a
We
car.
could have put the wife in like a car.
Could have had Kit. God damn it.
Listen, there's still a chance. We just unbind her soul from the vampire and put her in a
I think
car.
that's called killing
We
her.
get Ulf. We put him in a motorboat. We have like an Ulf submarine or something.
No.
Isn't that how the like Futurama
How much would you
where
trust
car
Wolf Submarine to take
story
you
happened?
underwater?
Where like they had a car that was so filled with hate that it started spreading the werecar disease in Futurama. That will be what happens.
What we do is we bind Ulf's soul to a badass battle axe and give it to Ash.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I think let's end the session there as you guys are like serving, and I think we just end out with that. And
Yeah.
you can prepare to
We get the
act
lay of it.
outside of your regular serving role next session.
Mm-hmm.
Need to make a note.
All right.
Okay. Try the small spiced pies. They're delightful.
Are they filled with human souls too?
No, they're probably like
souls all the way down.
This is the Spirit Wardens. They have a plentiful supply of human souls.
they do, but in this case, it's probably just like fish or something like that.
Fish souls.
I mean, there's gonna be like
Yeah,
Indigo.
more question.
Actually, Hicks would have recognized a few of the Eruvian stuff. Like they have stuff shipped in from across the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
The souls are what makes it taste better than the rest of normal food.
Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah.
It's the blood of the
It's
of
soul
the,
salt.
Yes.
So Lord
Tears from the
question,
necks beneath
do
our boots
non-humans have
flavor our
souls?
meat.
Yeah, do not humans have souls like fish?
Well, the answer must be yes because you have a crow
Varys.
that Varys.
True.
Yeah.
All dogs
So
do
why
go to
is
heaven.
it like fish and hamburger ghosts like a problem?
Difference
Probably
You know what?
awareness.
sentience and non-sentience?
Or only
that's-
the gates of human death were broken open and torn down. That's why everything else can pass on normally.
I guess I have no idea.
Unless
Looks
Harness
like
Spice
turning
is
Someone
into
one of
tweet
the
John Harper. Someone tweet at John Harper. Ask him, does my fillet of fish have a soul?
Yes.
It's probably that Buddhist thing where like humans have the most ability to become a ghost and everything else is in a worse position. You know.
They're just
Yeah.
part of the sentient, part of the ghost field. Like, yeah, my dog died and became a ghost door.
A ghost
Yeah,
door.
Listen, I
They're-
don't
they're
want ghost ants. If
ghost
ants could become,
antimatter,
if there
like-
were, if ants could become ghosts, they would swarm the world.
Here's a better explanation. They do become ghosts, but because their lifespans are much oftentimes shorter, they go crazy and fizzle out before
Like
they can
in
do
an
any
hour
real
or
damage.
something.
It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the game is not equipped to answer that, and we're just going to leave.
No,
that
it's
question.
not. I don't feel like it cares. The game does not care about
No.
the fish and
I mean,
their
but it
souls.
might come up. Like I might want to start a soul fishery.
For vampire wife,
See, that could be a good. That could be a good
Actually,
thing
yeah.
if we start breeding
That's
fish
a good question.
just to suck their souls out to make soul batteries to
Yeah.
power our Ulf submarine.
our whole submarine.
Is this a
Battle
submarine now? Okay, so we'll power our. I think at
Together.
this rate, next is an Ulf rocket ship. We'll just shoot him out into space. That's when we'll finally get rid of him.
Yep.
Okay.
That's when he possesses an alien.
And then that's why Stars with a Number happened.
Stars on number.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
They're all connected. Oh my god.
Yes, the metaverse of our R&D shows. They're all in the same thing. I don't want to know how Nobilis is connected. to
No, we're
anything
not
else.
connecting these things. We're
I
not
know.
playing this game.
End of session. End of session. XP.
XP, XP, XP.
XP.
Choose right fusion XP.
XP.
Acquire product supply, execute sales, or secure new territory.
Nope.
Nope.
New.
The second one.
Challenges
Yes.
above your current station.
2.
Yes.
Yes.
2. Bolster reputation or develop new one.
No.
Not yet.
Driven
Not
explosive for the. Yeah, not yet.
Goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're definitely doing conflict.
Is that 1 or 2?
I'd say 2.
Yeah, I came up multiple times.
I have one for the inner conflict of, I don't know. My whole spiel about our crew doesn't murder people.
Yeah.
You guys.
Lack of
kidnap
murdering and what
them.
to do about the house.
The
also,
first
we're kind of
scene-
two separate.
And yeah, there. I can think of actually at least 3 instances where that would be.
Yeah.
There's at least 2.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Cool.
Who wants to go first individually?
all right, I'll go first. I did not address any challenges with destruction, but I do think I addressed at least one challenge with rhetoric.
That is true. You did.
So I'll take 1 for that. Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I express my beliefs and tribes, but I don't know if it counts as more than one thing.
I would say it does. They're separate XP.
You think it was 2 XP? Or 1 XP for that?
Um,
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know if that
see
counts
this-
as 1 or 2 XP.
I think it's 1.
Okay.
Actually, I would like to do second because while it was kind of a player idea, the Masquerade Ball was your idea, and that's all. That's fantastic, and I know that Hicks would be all for it. So
Yeah. All right. I don't have a trauma.
Okay, and we didn't see your vice in action.
Yep, so I can't get any XP for vice or trauma.
All right.
God, I hate how you have to get trauma. I don't want it. I don't want
Yeah,
trauma.
Yeah.
Like, I understand
Guys,
it's part of the
trauma's
game. It's just me as a character. Like, just me as a player. I feel bad inflicting trauma upon my character, so I'm trying to avoid inflicting trauma on my character.
And that's a legitimate way to play. It's basically the fast. It gets you more XP, but it has a cost, and if you're not willing to pay that
Speaking
cost,
of
that's
which-
okay.
I
Yeah.
forgot to take the 2 stress that I needed to for not helping my trauma.
Yep. Game stress.
To
Alright, so I
see
can
how
go
close
next.
I am
It's
to getting another.
pretty easy because I only get 1 XP.
Oh,
For what?
Yeah, you didn't address genetics,
Our
so-
conversation. Because
Oh,
the only
okay.
rolls I made were the study rolls. I have no trauma. My vice didn't come up. So, yeah.
Oh,
Now for
I
the
was
trauma club.
for
Correct.
mine, I was
Background?
thinking addressing a challenge, attracting or violence, literally kidnapping a dude.
mhm.
Yeah, that would do it.
I don't know. I don't think I got any tracking stuff done today.
No.
I think beliefs, drives, heritage, or background is 3 for the Costa thing, and then also, like just talking with Grind. Right? I think that's also a trauma thing. Like not
Okay.
right because haunted.
You hate people dying.
Yeah, I'd like Grind. At least seems like yeah he's trying to like atone for that, and he doesn't want Grind to get like lynched by a mob.
Yeah. You're like, that's after talking to him and seeing that he is regretful and everything like that. You're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Sucks. Let's do better, keep you alive, kind of stuff. Okay.
So that's 4. I'm thinking of dumping that into resolve, but I don't know.
All right. Have we all gone?
That's
I
me.
don't think we've all gone. Adric, have you gone?
Oh no, that's me. Sorry. Challenge with violence or coercion, also kidnapping the guy. Expressed beliefs drives heritage or background. I was trying for the heritage background with, it's her house, she owns it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that felt like a noble opinion.
Yeah, and that was intentionally so. So I'm going to take one for that, and I'm going to take one for the conversation with Grine on the, hey, you at least, here's a chance to fix me. I'm still going to at least try and go towards that a little bit.
Okay.
As for vice or traumas, I would think I'd take one for cold getting me into the entire Mercy situation, as that was the only reason I was there.
Yeah.
Because I walked into the den of everything not knowing if I was going to die, because I didn't care. As far as I knew,
Yep.
she was going to kill me.
Yep.
And
Instead,
I
you
think
got
that's
taken
it.
to whatever that was. We shall see.
Yeah.
Just making like the worst Assassin's Guild ever. It's just gonna be assassins on assassins.
It'll be great. So, all right. I think that's that.
Yeah.
We're done. Okay, awesome. I am currently working on, slowly in the downtime, editing our first session of Blades in the Dark into something shorter, because so much of Blades in the Dark is like discussing things and negotiating things like position and effect and devil's bargain. When it's cut down to the narrative, it's like a tenth of the size, perhaps even less than a tenth of the size, if you just cut it together, as I'm finding out. It takes a lot of editing because there's so much that's cut. But over time, I hope to release that as a sort of highlight reel of our campaign. That should be a lot of fun, I think.
Do we want to? Are you thinking about doing it like on YouTube or just like podcast?
I'm gonna put it on YouTube. I figured that's easier. I think halfway done the first session right now. That one took
Because what they're about?
the 4
Yeah,
hours.
they're going to be. They're
was,
average of 5 hours between like.
With the
yeah,
like,
and it probably takes about 8 hours or longer to edit one thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's rough.
Mhm.
If you need
So-
any help with like voiceover, narration, stitching shit together, let me know.
So far,
We
things
might
have
need-
been just fine. So I'll see how it goes. But this will be not a thing that is doing weekly. I'll probably release one month.
Yeah, that's a big project you're working on.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that, in my opinion, the biggest obstacle to people watching like RPG content is the sheer length, and a lot of that length isn't interesting to the viewer. They wade through it to get to the good stuff. So I
hate the part that people. The thing is, I want the opposite podcast, where it's just people talk, where it's the game stuff, and it's basically just the nitty gritty portion,
True.
and then we had a scene about this, and then it's the nitty gritty portion of how they figured out the mechanics.
I think it's different. Like, yeah, I like this part.
I like the whole thing.
I think
but
when
I
I'm
understand
listening to it and watching it,
Yeah.
I care less about the mechanics because I'm not invested in it, because I might not have read it because I don't know the characters and mechanically. That's me.
The other thing is, I'll listen to those podcasts, like the full length, like full form ones, like when I'm doing work and stuff. I'll just have them on in the background, just like in my earphones when I'm doing
and
work
I
stuff.
prefer that
So.
as well for a lot of mostly my thing is video essays. Okay, that is that. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back next week. I should really ask this before we go live.
I should be good.
I'm,
be fine.
I'm good. I got my boob
Awesome.
taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll
Dying
see
of
next week. Awesome. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Like,